God.
Thank you for your teachings. I've had so much joy just by learning to follow and listen to my source and take the next right step. And my question is, with that momentum, it's the big picture things. It's as easy to make a button as it is a castle. I'm a lot easier on the initial steps, following my source and hearing it in the moment for the simpler things. And the bigger things, I just want to get to that sweet spot where it's coming naturally and wanting to know.
We like those words you chose, because if you can accept that the sweet spot is emotional, not observational. Most people, the sweet spot doesn't occur until they see the car or until the car is in their garage. In fact, we like those words so much, we want you to realize that that sweet spot is in the emotion, not in the condition. When we talk about unconditional alignment or unconditional love, what that means is the condition does not have to change in order to accomplish the emotion. And if the emotion will be the sweet spot for you, then it has to come to full fruition. And eventually, it will exhilarate you in all those ways that your physical senses can then define. But let the sweet spot be the emotional discovery of it, the emotional accomplishment. You want to give us an example?
My husband and I have some beautiful land with mountain views.
Before you go further, we want to ask you a question or two. So you said that this cruise has been in your vortex for a while.
Yes.
Was it sweet while it was there, or did it only get sweet the day you got on the ship?
It's been so sweet all along.
So the idea of it was sweet, the
Yes.
sweet spot. The thought of it was sweet. The anticipation of it was sweet. You didn't have to be living it. And what we would like everyone to understand is that you didn't even have to have the means to pay for it yet. You didn't even have to have your passage accomplished for it to be a sweet spot. If you can realize that it's just attention to what you want with no resistance that makes it sweet. So let's forevermore call the receptive mode the sweet spot. The sweet spot. It's the place that you can go, that you have the ability to go. And you all heard it, because you can go there before you're on board. You can go there before you have met the person that you want to live with, or before you have amassed the fortune that you want, or whatever it is. Yes?
Yes.
All right, so we'll hear you.
I guess some of it is a little bit of resistance, clearly, because
It's all right. Resistance is clarifying.
it is. I want this beautiful house, and I have resistance about the work that goes into creating it sometimes. So I hear myself talking about the problem.
But wait, you see, you misunderstand. There's no work in creating anything if you get to the sweet spot first.
Oh.
The work is if you go right to the condition with no sweet spot. So you got no universal forces helping you. You've got no clarity. You got no inspiration. You've just got you trudging through life, putting boards together, you see. But if you'll be selfish enough to find the sweet spot of the house, the sweet spot of the house, the sweet spot, it will build itself. We are not kidding you. It will put itself to life, putting boards together, you see. But if you'll be selfish enough to find the sweet spot of the house, the sweet spot of the house, the sweet spot, it will build itself. We are not kidding you. It will put itself together with the cooperative components. And your greatest problem then will be how to not feel guilty when all I did was accomplish the sweet spot.
Thank you.
This should have been way harder. It should have been way harder. It shouldn't be enough just to sweet spot myself into my worthiness. That shouldn't be enough. Should have been way harder. That'll be the conversation we're having. Abraham, I keep finding the sweet spot, and wonderful things keep happening to me, but they're hard to explain to others.